So, we have an NBA trade, which is very exciting. The Dallas Mavericks are trading for Christian Wood. So, the full trade is the Mavs are getting Christian Wood, and the Rockets are getting the 26th overall pick, Boban Marjanovic, Trey Burke, Sterling Brown, and Marquise Chris. So, straight away, this is not a lot for Christian Wood, in my opinion. I'm surprised his value is so low. Pretty much the only real thing in the deal is the 26th overall pick in this year's draft. And for Christian Wood, who's a player who can give you 20 and 10, that doesn't seem like a lot. So we'll talk about it from the Mavs side first, then I'll talk about why maybe the Rockets would want to do it. So straight away, having Christian Wood on offense seems very exciting, especially around Luka Doncic, maybe around Jalen Brunson if they bring him back, around Dinwiddie. Wood is probably their best big. He's their best offensive big now immediately. His scoring repertoire, he's someone who can shoot threes and shoot mid-rangers. He shot 39% from three last year on 5 attempts a game, so that's really good, especially given that he's 6'10". And then he can roll to the rim a bit too. I don't remember him being super athletic, but he's a decent lob finisher, so I think his pick and roll, I'm thinking pick and roll with Luka is going to be good chemistry. And then he's also someone who can just spot up and while Luka isolates. Some other potentially exciting things about Christian Wood offensively on the Mavs. I think maybe he can be someone who punishes mismatches in the post. Prevent teams from just switching him and Luka pick and rolls. So that's a part that's exciting. And just offensively, the Mavs are already a great offensive team with Luka Doncic, but now they're adding another weapon and something that they don't have from the big man position. A little bit similar to when they had Porzingis, but I think it's a bit different because I think Wood is more willing, and he's percentage-wise, he's probably a better three-point shooter than Porzingis. And then you don't have to include him as much. You don't have to post him up. You don't have to have plays where he posts up or things like that, though he can attack a mismatch, and I think that is going to be a part of their offense. So overall, offensively, this is just very exciting because Christian Wood's going to thrive from playing with Luka Doncic, and I think he's going to help the Mavs offense exponentially. And then defensively, this is why he was only worth one late first round pick. He's not a very good defender, and there's often been complaints about maybe his motivation on that end. He's not a super high motor player, so we'll see how that works. I mean, Jason Kidd's been a great defensive coach for the Mavericks, so I think that's what the Mavs are counting on that end, that he can help Christian Wood, and Wood does have good physical tools, so it's not like he's just destined to be a terrible defender. So I think the Mavs probably hoping that he can be passable on that end, and then offensively provide a lot of value. And then it is also very low risk for the Mavs because he's only on a 1-year deal for $14 million. So we'll see if they try and extend him or what they do in terms of having him on the team long term. He's still pretty young, still 26. But yeah, my take from the Mavs is I think this is a good trade for them because they've added another offensive weapon for very, very little. They've also cleared some room, to sign some players in free agency. What is it, like a 4-for-1 deal? And then from the Rocket side of things, I mean, I don't hate it. This doesn't feel like very much for Christian Wood, but I think it's a clear philosophy that they don't want to extend him and that he wasn't a part of their long-term future, which isn't the worst decision in the world. They also have the number 3 overall pick, and it's pretty likely that they're going to get one of Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith, and Paolo Banchero, who are all power forwards. So, they don't want Christian Wood taking playing time away from those guys. So they are committing to a clear philosophy, which I don't mind. Christian Wood only had 1 year on his deal. I'm just surprised that this was all they can get for him, though, as I said, if this is all they can get for him, I'm happy that they've committed to a strategy, and then you never know with the pick, another swing, another chance to get someone who could be a part of their future. So if I were to do trade grades, I would give the Mavs maybe a B+, an A- because they've added an offensive weapon, and it's a very low-risk deal, and I'd maybe give the Rockets a B, B- because I don't think they got great value for Christian Wood, but maybe that's just what he's worth, and at least they've committed to a clear philosophy. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more NBA content.